Welcome back to Otter Creek Garage. My name's Luke. Right here we have our Boland's ST120 Hydro lawn tractor. So I tried to use this yesterday, and as soon as I flipped on the mower, it would stall the engine right out. Well, I reached in underneath to see if there was something caught. It feels like the blade is actually hitting the side of the deck. So I'm going to quickly pull this deck off and see if we can't figure out what's going on here. Let's get at it. So the deck on this thing is actually pretty easy to get off. There's a little arm affair here. I don't know if you can see that. That's what lifts it up. There's a little arm here. This goes in that hole with a pin. Same on the other side. And that's what lifts the deck up when you want to lift it up. And then at the front, you just have this pivoting affair here. There's a mount on the actual tractor frame. And then that hole there and the pin goes through. So there's one on this side, one on that side. Usually need a bit of a bar to help you. Now all I'm going to do is just slide this forward. That relieves the tension on the belt. Drop the belt down and leave it there. Make a little chain hoist there. I'm going to lift the back of the tractor up. I'm going to pull the deck out, and we can get a better look at what's going on here. I think this one here is the guilty party. It spins there, but when it had belt tension on it, and that, see how that pulley moves back and forth? Something's buggered in there. We got a bad bearing or what we got going on. But as soon as you got belt tension on it, the blade jams up against the side here. So this is a three blade, yeah. So there's a blade here, a blade here, and a blade here. And that one, I noticed it wiggling quite a bit when I was trying to troubleshoot it out in the yard. So we're going to have to take that one off and see just exactly what we got going on there. Now, I know what you guys may be thinking. Why would you waste your time on an old piece of crap like that? Why it's so beat up? It's not as beat up as it looks. I had to put a different motor in it. I have a video on that. You should watch that next if you haven't seen it already. That's why the hood doesn't fit. I treat this thing like a bit of a bush hog. I have another lawnmower, a bigger one that I used to cut my grass with on a regular basis. This machine here, I do use it to cut grass, but I use it to cut weeds and sticks, and I have a little trailer that I pull around with it for doing, yard work and whatnot. So I do beat it up pretty good. But I like it. It's nice and comfortable. It's easy to get off and on, and it's hydrostatic, as you saw. So it's real easy to use. You can do a whole bunch of yard work real quick with it. That's why I'm spending the time. I do expect a lot from it. I do beat it pretty hard. So I got the pulley off here, and it's pretty badly worn there. It's sort of just a cheap pressed together pulley. It's got this bushing in there that's keyed that goes on your shaft. Sort of a 4 stars kind of thing. Pretty badly worn in there. I don't know how likely it is that I'd be able to find that. I may have to just weld that up to repair it slightly. But I do feel a little bit of movement there, more than I would like. It doesn't seem to be hitting, but when you get the belt tension on it and pull it over, maybe it hits then. So I think we'll remove that housing and see how bad that is while we're this far. Before you say it, yes, I know I should use an impact socket, but it was an 1/16 and I don't have one, and using regular sockets on an impact never bothered me anyway. So we got the housing out, and we're set up here in the vise, and honestly I see very little movement. There's a little bit, but I don't think it's enough that it's gonna dive into the side of the deck itself. I have a hard time believing that. It spins pretty nice and the bearing feels good. I would think that that's a little bit normal, that little bit of wear there. Other than the blade being a little dull, I don't see a problem. Now, I did have a guy one time tell me, a small engine guy who repaired lawnmowers and whatnot, that your lawnmower blade should never be sharp like a knife. Seems there's a little controversy where that's concerned. Let me know, guys. Drop a comment down below and tell me, is that true? Because I really don't know. I would think that there'd be some truth to that. If you have too much of a razored edge on it, it would just wear out. But I don't know. I don't know if that's a myth or what. So let me know. Anyway, I think what I'm going to do here, rather than go crazy on this old crappy lawnmower, I'm probably going to put that back. And I will repair this broken pulley. I think that is probably our guilty party. So I think we're gonna try that out and we'll see how it goes from there. Well, I gave a quick scrape underneath where this bolts up, just to make sure that I get it bolted in flat. I'm also going to apply a little bit of Loctite 242, the blue removable, to the mounting bolts. Simply being, I don't know about you guys, but every lawnmower I've ever had vibrated like crazy. And now that I've disturbed that, it's probably going to vibrate loose. I would bet money on it. So we're going to put a bit of wishful thinking on it. Hopefully she holds together. So I got this prepped here, wire wheeled it all clean and everything. Ready to weld it up a little bit, sturdy it up a little bit. Now, unfortunately, being older, I need to wear my reading glasses to see it. But through here. Welding some aluminum previous. Start a fresh area here. Being that that's pressed together, so you get two separate pieces pressed together. In between there's going to be some contamination, probably rust, and God knows what else. And Now I'm sucking it out by heating it up, and that's why it's popping and spitting like that. And that's to be expected. There isn't a whole lot we're going to be able to do about that. Just going to have to sort of fake it until you make it, so to speak. It's smoking, probably get grease in there, and who knows. Well, that's why it's popping. We're trouble with that. Now, it's going to be the first time I've had to weld up something contaminated like that. Sometimes it happens. Obviously, this is not ideal. The cleaner you can get it, the better job you can do. Luckily for me, no one was going to see it but you. Maybe if we're lucky, by the time we get to the end, somewhat cleaned up. Hit the wire wheel here and clean it up a bit as we go. Keep your weld area as clean as you can. It helps. We're sure going to draw more out. There's not anything we can do. Glue this back together, excuse me, the best you can. Keep that old wet and running. I would say that's definitely grease in there when it's burning like that. So I suppose I could MIG weld it. Might work out better. See that oil there? That's all grease. Let's maybe hit it with a little brake clean and see if we can get that a little cleaner. Now it's worth noting, guys, before we go any further, if you're going to use brake clean to prep something for welding, be very cautious as to what type of brake clean you use. Some of the chlorinated brake cleans that they sell, which are excellent for cleaning, when you heat them, burn them with the welding torch, they create a gas that's very, very toxic to you. I read this in a welding magazine years ago, and because of that, I stopped using chlorinated brake clean. A lot of people don't like it because it's real hard on you. It gives you a headache. But in any event, what I like to do is I'll clean it. I should have done this ahead of time, but I didn't. Clean it, and then take the air compressor. Blow as much of that brake clean out of there as you can. You don't want to start heating that, breathing that in. It's really, really bad for you. Anyway, got a little bit of that out of there. Let's see if that helps. Give it another shot here. As I say, I didn't prep that as well as I should have. But the reason I decided to try and MIG weld this, because this is so thin, I didn't want to hit it with a lot of heat, warp it all to hell. As it is, it's probably going to be a little bit off center anyway. So the less we can warp it, the better. Not so sure that helps a whole lot. We're never going to get it all out of there. We'll just have to do the best we can. Some of the spitting and sputtering you might be seeing is not necessarily contamination. The older I get, the shakier I get. So it may actually be me touching the tungsten material. Getting a little glue on it. So contamination burning my tungsten up here. Stick it a little further so I can right into the corner. Certainly not going to be a showpiece when I'm done. It'll get covered in grass and a little bit. Not very cooperative. It's warm. Don't forget, you just welded the wood, it's warm. It's not cooperating very well. It's the story of my life. Story of my life. Just keep it raw. Might be good enough then. I mean, the star pattern is still going to do the driving, but being that we tacked it back together, it's going to keep it from one wall. Hard to say whether it'll hold up to the abuse under. That'll be the test. Side of it seems a bit more cooperative here. It will stay over here. I think we need to do a whole lot more. It's getting there, guys. We're going to be alright. I think we'll maybe we'll leave it at that. Not press our luck. Try and put a whole lot more on it and level the burn of the hole. Okay, so we've got that welded up now, and I'm not even going to show it to you because it looks horrible. I'm ashamed of it, but because of the contamination, well, I know I'm making lots of excuses, so I'll just shut up about it and put it together. So we'll slip that back on, and then we will lock that down. Let's see. And I lock the nut here. That feels good and solid. I don't feel any movement in there anymore. Hopefully that'll hold together. Now, is that going to wobble a little bit? Is it going to be a little crooked? Probably. However, that's the beauty of a belt drive, is that it allows for some misalignment and it doesn't hurt it a whole lot. If it's real bad, it's probably going to vibrate like crazy. Because it spins at pretty high speed, but we're not going to cry too much about that because, like I said before, I beat this thing pretty hard. That's why I have it. That's what it's for. I don't do that to my other one. Well, if I can help it. So. Now, I suppose while we have this off, we should probably grease the bearing while we have it off. This probably will get forgotten about. It's likely to get forgotten about, so we'll do it while we're here, just for good measure. And we'll slip it back on. Let's see if I can't finish what I started. Luckily this happened to me at the end of the day. I was just about ready to go in for the night anyway, so it didn't hold me up a whole lot. Oh, yeah, of course. But the crappy weather is coming. We're into the fall here now, and trying to get some yard things cleaned up before winter hits, so as I don't run over everything while I'm blowing snow and wreck something else. Okay, so the moment of truth now, guys. I got the belts back in, got it put back up. I didn't bother boring you with that. It's pretty straightforward how to do it. We're going to pull it outside and turn it on. See if it makes any crazy noises or stays together or just what happens. So far so good. Okay guys, let's gonna wrap this one up. I call that a success. I don't think it's vibrating too bad. It feels pretty good. I don't hear that funny noise that I was hearing before, and I think we're good to go. So now I got to move on to my other things that get cleaned up for winter, like I was saying. So if you liked the video, smash that like button for me, will you? And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out, keeps me motivated, keeps me looking for interesting projects to film for you guys. Until then, catch you later.